Good morning, friends. We're back Saturday morning. We're back in action at the Old Harris Hacienda. Uh, we finished chapter 40 of Jeremiah yesterday. I'd like to do a little recap because it's a continuation, and I don't want you to lose track of the narrative here. We're in 586 BC, not long after the fall of Jerusalem. And the Babylonians are doing the cleanup operations. They're already leading away people into captivity. They've already taken Zedekiah into captivity and killed his sons and given his wives and some of his daughters over to the Chaldean army to be abused, so to speak. You know, that was the way of armies back then in conquest. You raped and pillaged. I mean, that's how men got paid who were soldiers. They stole the gold, raped the women, and ate the food and drank the wine. That was the point of the war, to get what the other people had. That's because they didn't have a union to look out for their interest. Anyway, chapter 40, I just want to do a recap in the book of the prophet Jeremiah for three reasons. One, it's Saturday. Two, I want to. And three, for no reason at all, apparently. Except it will keep us in context, because we want to remind you again that the time frame of Jeremiah jumps around. So here we are, 586 BC, right after the fall of Jerusalem. The word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord after that Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, had let him go from Ramah, when he had taken him, being bound in chains among all that were carried away captive of Jerusalem and Judah, which were carried away captive into Babylon. The captain of the guard took Jeremiah and said unto him, The Lord thy God hath pronounced this evil upon this place. Now the Lord hath brought it, hath done according as he has said, because you have sinned against the Lord, and have not obeyed his voice, wherefore the thing is come upon you. And now behold, I loose thee this day from the chains which are upon thine hand. If it seem good unto thee to come with me into Babylon, come, I will look well unto thee. But if it seem ill unto thee to come with me into Babylon, forbear. Behold, all the land is before thee. Whither it seemeth good and convenient for thee to go, thither go. Do what you want to do. That's, was it? Jim Stafford, Spiders and Snakes. Good morning, Kevin. God bless you. Now, while he was not yet gone back, he said, Go back also to Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, the son of Shaphan, whom the king of Babylon hath made governor over the cities of Judah, and dwell with him among the people. And go wheresoever it seemeth convenient unto thee to go. So the captain of the guard gave him victuals and a reward, and let him go. Then went Jeremiah unto Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, to Mizpah, and dwelt with him among the people that were left in the land. Now, when all the captains of the forces which were in the fields, even they and their men, heard that the king of Babylon had made Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, governor in the land, and hath committed unto him men and women and children, and of the poor of the land, of them that were not carried away captive to Babylon. Then they came to Gedaliah to Mizpah, even Ishmael the son of Nethaniah, and Johanan, and Jonathan the sons of Kareah, and Seraiah the son of Tanhumeth, and the sons of Ephai, the Netophathite, and Jazaniah the son of the Maachathite, they and their men. And Gedaliah the son of Ahikam the son of Shaphan swear unto them and to their men, saying, Fear not to serve the Chaldeans. Dwell in the land and serve the king of Babylon. and it shall be well with thee. As for me, behold, I will dwell at Mizpah to serve the Chaldeans, which will come unto us. Be ye, gather ye wine and summer fruits and oil, and put them in your vessels, and dwell in your cities that ye have taken. And what he had done, he had moved, they had set up a new capital, so to speak, a center of activity in Mizpah. Mizpah was just not that far to the east toward the Mediterranean, to the west toward the Mediterranean Sea from Jerusalem. And it was an agricultural center, and it was a good place for them to go because Jerusalem was destroyed. There were fields where there were crops in the field, and they would be able to harvest. And with a reduced population, they could probably survive pretty good on the fruits that were in the field, but they had to be gathered. The fields had to be worked. The oil had to be pressed. The wine had to be stomped. The grapes had to be stomped. Everything had to be done. So they're going to stay there, and they're just going to live at Mizpah. I will dwell at Mizpah. Likewise, all the Jews that were in Moab and among the Ammonites and in Edom and that were in the countries heard that the king of Babylon had left a remnant of Judah, and that he had set over them Gedaliah the son of Ahikam the son of Shaphan. Even all the Jews returned out of all places whither they were driven and came to the land of Judah, to Gedaliah unto Mizpah, and gathered wine and summer fruits very much. Remember, before Jerusalem was their capital back in the days of the judges, when the Benjamites abused the concubine of the Levite, and he cut her up in pieces and sent a piece to every tribe and said, y'all come help me with this. It was at Mizpah where they gathered and prayed. It was at Mizpah where they sought the will of the Lord. And I have a feeling that maybe Gedaliah was thinking, well, right before Samuel was born, before Ruth, maybe, just maybe, I'll go back to Mizpah, because they seemed to seek the Lord's face there, and the Lord counseled them at Mizpah. And they sat up on the ground and did eat meat together, you see. They had a powwow, and God seemed to bless them when they went to Mizpah. I don't know that Gedaliah was an observant Jew, whether he was worshiping the God of his fathers, whether he lucked into this, whether he fell into this, whether he just obeyed the word of Jeremiah and it paid off. Because Jeremiah said, give up and you shall live. And now here Gedaliah is, he's the governor. So, and he was one of Zedekiah's army officers. So he's at Mizpah. And they returned him. Even all the Jews returned out of all the places, whither they were driven, and came to the land of Judah, to Gedaliah unto Mizpah, and gathered wine and summer fruits very much. Moreover, Johanan the son of Kareah, and all the captains of the forces that were in the field came to Gedaliah to Mizpah, and said unto him, dost thou certainly know that Baalis, that's the name of the king of the Ammonites. Baalis would mean I am Baal. I don't just worship Baal. I am Baal. That'd be like me or you running around saying I am God, or I am Jesus, or I am the Holy Ghost. This guy said, I am Baal. Well, if he said he was Baal, you don't have to worry nothing about him, because he don't have any power. He doesn't have the power of God behind him. Just the devil. So I certainly know that Baalis is the king of the Ammonites, has sent Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, to slay thee. But Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, believed it not, Oh no. Then Jonathan, the son of Kareah, is it Kareah? Don't know. Kareah spake to Gedaliah in Mizpah secretly, saying, Let me go, I pray thee. Come on, Gedaliah, let me go, I pray thee, and I will slay Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, and no man shall know it. Wherefore should he slay thee, that all the Jews which are gathered unto thee should be scattered, and the remnant in Judah perish? He knows what will happen if there's more trouble. Nebuchadnezzar's not going to put up with it. But Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, said unto Johanan, the son of Kareah, no, it wasn't Korea. Kareah, thou shalt not do this thing, for thou speakest falsely of Ishmael. Now we come to chapter 41. Now it came to pass in the 7th month that Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, the son of Elishama, the seed royal, and the princes of the king. I'm reading a Bible that I can't see, so I'm just going to switch Bibles here. I like that old Bible because I'm used to it. Now I'm opening up the new Bible that Brother Ed Held gave me. As in, Ed held me down and didn't let me go. No, not that kind of hold. It's his name, Ed Held. Now it came to pass in the 7th month. Oh, it's got big print. And it came to pass in the 7th month that Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, the son of Elishama, of the seed royal, and the princes of the king, even 10 men with him, came to Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, to Mizpah. And there they did eat bread together in Mizpah. What does this remind you of? It reminds you of old bloody Joab having a feast with Abner before they murder Abner. Then arose Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, and 10 men that were with him, and smote Gedaliah. Oh, Gedaliah said, Oh, Ishmael is a fine old boy. He's not out to kill me. You're wrong, Johanan. He's not killing me. Yeah, well, then arose Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, and the 10 men that were with him. You see, he had greed and lust and envy in his heart. Nebuchadnezzar had made Gedaliah the governor. Gedaliah was just, maybe he was a general, but he was just a soldier. Ishmael was of the seed royal. He was one of the princes. How he escaped the hand of Nebuchadnezzar, we don't know. Maybe apparently he was off fighting on another front and wasn't there when Jerusalem was taken. And he's got these 10 other high-ranking soldiers with him. And their men that they had commanded in the war. It says that he was of the seed royal, and they were princes of the king, even the 10 men with him. And they were saying, our buddy Ishmael, he's of the seed royal. He needs to be king, not this governor Gedaliah. He's not of the seed royal. That's what's going on here. That's what Johanan knew would happen because he warned Gedaliah against Ishmael. He knew that Ishmael would kill or try to kill Gedaliah, and he knew what Nebuchadnezzar would do, that it would make Nebuchadnezzar mad if this seed royal, Ishmael, his first Nebuchadnezzar is going to be mad because he didn't kill him when he killed the other princes. Now here he is causing trouble, and he's killed the governor that Nebuchadnezzar had set in place. Now it came to pass in the 7th month that Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, the son of Elishama, of the seed royal, and princes of the king, even 10 men with him, came unto Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, to Mizpah, and there they did eat bread together in Mizpah. And then arose Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, and 10 men that were with him, and they smote Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, the son of Shaphan, with the sword, and slew him, whom the king of Babylon had made governor over the land. Whoopsie. Ishmael also slew all the Jews that were with him, even with Gedaliah and Mizpah. He's murdering these people. And the Chaldeans that were found there in the middle war, and this is where he really rips his britches, so to speak. He starts killing Nebuchadnezzar's men, the king of Babylon's men, the Chaldeans. He's killing those soldiers that are there. And it came to pass the second day after he had slain Gedaliah, and no man knew it, that there came certain from Shechem and from Shiloh and from Samaria, even 80 men, having their beards shaven and their clothes rent, and having cut themselves with offerings and incense in their hand, to bring them to the house of the Lord. They didn't know the house of the Lord was burned down. And Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, went forth from Mizpah to meet them, weeping all along as it went. He's acting like he's mourning too. But he's the one that killed everybody. And he met them, and he said unto them, Come to Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam. And it was so, when they came into the midst of the city, that Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, slew them, and cast them into the midst of a pit, he and the men that were with him. This guy is a homicidal maniac. All he's trying to do is be king. Of course, it's probably, I don't know why he would want to be king now, because there's nothing to be king of. But envious people and crazy people, they don't care whether they win or lose. They just want to do what they want to do. That is the psychotic personality. But 10 men were found among them that said unto Ishmael, Slay us not, for we have treasures in the field of wheat, and of barley, and oil, and of honey. So he forbore and slew them not among their brethren. They're saying, look, we got stuff we can bring you that's worth money. Let us go get it out. So he let them live. Now the pit wherein Ishmael had cast all the dead bodies of the men whom he had slain because of Gedaliah was it which Asa the king had made for fear of Baasha king of Israel. And Ishmael the son of Nethaniah filled it with them that were slain. Remember King Asa that was having a war with Samaria. Baasha was the king of Samaria, I believe, which was Israel. And where would that have been? When King Asa, that's why I like that other Bible, because it's the one I'm used to all my life. I'm getting where I can't hardly see it. It says that okay, 1 Kings 15. I couldn't remember whether it was before or after Jehoshaphat. I should have known. This was early on in the wars between Israel and Judah. Let's see here. And that was back when they were having that civil war with Baasha, and he was digging fortifications. Now the pit wherein Ishmael had cast all the dead bodies of the men whom he had slain because of Gedaliah was it which Asa the king had made for fear of Baasha the king of Israel. And Ishmael the son of Nethaniah filled it with them that were slain. And Ishmael carried away captive all the residue of the people that were in Mizpah, even the king's daughters. Now remember, most of the daughters were gone, the wives and his household, which I would assume included his daughters. They were given to the Babylonians, to the Chaldean officers, to do with as they would. Then Ishmael carried away the captive, all the residue of the people that were in Mizpah. Who's in the residue? Jeremiah. We'll hear more about that in a little while. Even the king's daughters and all the people that remained in Mizpah, whom Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, had committed to Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam. And Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, carried them away captive and departed to go over into the land of the Ammonites. That's on the other side of Jordan River, modern day Jordan. But when Johanan, the son of Kareah, and all the captains of the forces that were with him heard of all the evil that Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, had done, then they took all the men and went to fight Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, and found him by great waters that are in Gibeon. The great waters that are in Gibeon. And it came to pass that when all the people which were with Ishmael saw Johanan, the son of Kareah, that all the captains of the forces that were with him, then they were glad. They go, hey, somebody's going to save us. So all the people that Ishmael had carried away captive from Mizpah cast about and returned, and went into Johanan, the son of Kareah. But Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, escaped from Johanan with 8 men and went to the Ammonites. Now here's where it all starts to go bad. Then took Johanan, the son of Kareah, and all the captains of the forces that were with him, all the remnant of the people whom he had recovered from Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, from Mizpah. After that he had slain Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, even mighty men of war, and the women and the children and the eunuchs, whom he had brought again from Gibeon. And they departed and dwelt in the habitation of Chimham, which is by Bethlehem, to go to enter into Egypt. Jeremiah wants to stay in the land. God wants him to stay in the land. God gave them a governor of their own people, and they killed him. Now, these former soldiers who refused to give up to Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, whom God calls a king of kings, they've decided that they're going to go down to Egypt. It's never a good sign to go down into Egypt. It was the corruption of the Egyptian gods, in part, that caused God to judge Israel. He said that their women were making cakes to the queen of heaven. They were sacrificing their children. They were worshiping, the men were worshiping the sun god, Isis, Osiris, and all this stuff, Ra. Every time you go down to Egypt, you get in trouble. Abraham went down there and got in trouble with the Pharaoh, wound up with Hagar. That caused even more trouble. She was the mother of the original Ishmael. They were held captive for over 400 years as slaves in Israel, the Hebrew children, the children of Israel. God finally broke him out, and he didn't want him to ever go back again. Whatever you do, don't go down into Egypt, because I took you out of there. I'm sorry. It's just that the shoulder is bad today. I took you out of there. I took you out of the iron furnace. I took you out of the house of bondage. I took you away from their gods. Don't ever go back. Well, now they're going to go back rather than stay in the land that God has provided them, the survivors, to have. The land of Israel, the kingdom of Judah. And they departed and dwelt in the habitation of Chimham, which is by Bethlehem, to go to enter into Egypt because of the Chaldeans. See, they knew that the Chaldeans would find out sooner or later. And Nebuzaradan or some other general would come, maybe Rabmag would come and fight and destroy what was left of the army of Judah, of the mighty men who were left, the men of war. And they departed and dwelt in the habitation of Chimham, which is by Bethlehem, to go to enter into Egypt, because of the Chaldeans, the Babylonians. For they were afraid of them, because Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, had slain Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, whom the king of Babylon made governor in the land. And Jeremiah is with them. We'll find out when we get into the next chapter. To read you a couple of verses to show that Jeremiah has not departed from the scene, that Nebuzaradan let him go, gave him money, gave him food, and sent him to Gedaliah. And we know that Jeremiah came to Gedaliah to dwell with the remnant of Judah at Mizpah. Then we had all this commotion where this would-be king of the seed royal killed Gedaliah and then killed a bunch of other Jews, and then took a bunch of them captive and fled to go to the Ammonites. And then Johanan came with the rest of the army that was left and fought with Nethaniah and drove him out. And he went to hide among the Ammonites. And then what Johanan did is he came back to Mizpah and he took all the people, including Jeremiah, as we'll see, and moved down to Chimham, which is near Bethlehem, and they're preparing to make a journey into Egypt because they're afraid of the Chaldean army. They're afraid of what Nebuchadnezzar is going to do now. And they departed and dwelt in the habitation of Chimham, which is by Bethlehem, to go to enter into Egypt because of the Chaldeans, for they were afraid of them, because Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, had slain Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, the son of Shaphan, whom the king of Babylon made governor in the land. And then just a preview of chapter 42, just to set the stage. We know that Jeremiah's there because they're going to talk to him. Then all the captains of the forces and Johanan, the son of Kareah, and Jezaniah, the son of Hoshea, and all the people from the least even unto the greatest came near and said unto Jeremiah the prophet, Let, we beseech ye, our supplication be accepted before thee, and pray for us unto the Lord thy God. They're a day late and a dollar short, but Jeremiah will pray for them. And that's what we're supposed to do. You know, Samuel said, God forbid if I stop praying for you. was after they'd taken the ark, the Philistines had Jeremiah had an obligation to pray because he was the prophet. And there's a revival in Mizpah in that day. There probably would have been another revival in Mizpah if Johanan had made the right choice and kept all the people there, even though Gedaliah was dead. In chapter 7, verse 3, Samuel spake unto all the house of Israel, saying, If ye do return to the Lord with all your hearts, and put away the strange gods and Ashtaroth from among you, prepare your hearts unto the Lord, and serve him only, and he will deliver you out of the hands of the Philistines. And the children of Israel did put away Baalim and Ashtaroth, and serve the Lord only. Samuel said, Gather all Israel to Mizpah, and I will pray for you unto the Lord. And they gathered together at Mizpah, and drew water, poured it out before the Lord, and fasted on that day, and said there, We have sinned against the Lord. And Samuel judged the children of Israel in Mizpah. When the Philistines heard that the children of Israel were gathered together at Mizpah, the lords of the Philistines went up against Israel. When the children of Israel heard it, they were afraid of the Philistines. The children of Israel said to Samuel, Cease not to cry unto the Lord our God for us, that he will save us out of the hands of the Philistines. And Samuel took a suckling lamb and offered it for a burnt offering, holy unto the Lord. And Samuel cried unto the Lord for Israel, and the Lord heard him. Are you crying unto the Lord for Israel? Are you even crying for the Lord for the United States? Are you even crying to the Lord for your own family? Something to think about. And as Samuel was offering up the burnt offering, the Philistines drew near to battle against Israel, but the Lord thundered with a great thunder on that day upon the Philistines, and discomfited them. They were smitten before Israel. And the men of Israel went out of Mizpah and pursued the Philistines and smote them until they came under Beth-kar. And Samuel took a stone and set it up between Mizpah and Shen, and called the name of it Ebenezer, the stone of help. Ebenezer. Now I raise my Ebenezer, saying, Hitherto hath the Lord helped us. He prayed for them. And then he will not cease to pray for them. Tomorrow we'll get into chapter 42, where these phony religious people want Jeremiah to pull their fat out of the fire one more time. But Jeremiah knows that they won't listen to him because God has already told him. We'll get into chapter 42 tomorrow. God bless you.